Give it a few minutes and go ahead and come on in. I ain't gonna stay long. So as it stands right now, this is my first time using YouTube Live. It's my first time, so uh y'all gotta bear with me. Technology curve. It's called learning curve on this shit. So used to Facebook. But okay, there y'all go. Ronell, what's up, y'all? What's up, Airtarian? What's up, bro? I know it, right? It's been a long time, man. Everybody been waiting. I know, man. I'm just trying to get some stuff, man, put in place. But we gotta talk, man. We gotta talk for real tonight. I'm not gonna be long. Maybe about an hour. Can y'all hear me good? If y'all can hear me, man, give me 2 thumbs up. Somebody, Dakota, what's up, baby boy? Good to see you too. Give me 2 thumbs up if y'all can hear me good. Like I said, I'm new to this YouTube live thing, so I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. What's up, brother Namir? Yep. Okay, good, good. All right, brother Tariq, appreciate brother Namir, appreciate you, Top Bay. All right, y'all. Uh, see, we got 20 folks, man. Okay, 23. I'm gonna wait till about 30, man. We get about 30 people in here. Then, what's up, Washington, man? All right, now. All right, Jazz Phone, that's what it is. Nasir, peace and love, y'all. Uh, what I'm gonna do is, if this go pretty good tonight, I promise y'all I'm gonna do better, man, and try to be more frequent, man. You know, I just I just been so damn busy, man, trying to get some last minute things in order. You know, so what we get ready to do is bring y'all up to speed. You know, uh, everything that I said last year when I left Facebook, every damn thing done came true. Every damn thing done came true. I told people, I was like, man, 2020 is not gonna be a good year. I told people that. I told people 2020 ain't gonna be a good year. You know, and I said all hell was gonna break loose. Well, here it is. But that can be taken one or two ways. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be hell. It could be heaven for those who prepare. You could literally be living in heaven while you're in the midst of hell. Now I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna explain to you what I mean by that. I'll say it again. You can literally be living in heaven while you are in the midst of hell. Okay? And if you have your affairs in order, you know, status right now, status is gonna be pretty much, man, off the rip, off the gate. This is what it's gonna be about. Ain't nobody really trying to hear nothing. Ain't nobody really trying to explain too much of anything. Basically, man, you're gonna have to have your affairs in order. You're gonna have to have your documentation. Everything, man, is just gonna have to be immaculate. This is where you really down this day and time. You really gonna have to know how to stand on your square. I mean, even to the point, whereas you may not have your documentation. You may not be able to get to your documentation. You know what I'm saying? This is where you're gonna have to, man, have it up here. You're gonna have to know this shit. So this is gonna separate the real from the fake. How well you know that shit up here, man? How well can you call it back? How well can you pop off congressional records of the 14th Amendment, the inaugural addresses of Franklin D. Roosevelt, Get a OneDrive or get a Google Drive. If you don't have a OneDrive or you don't have a Google Drive with your phone, I suggest you get one now. Because even if you can't remember this stuff like me, you can have it on your drive, readily accessible and easy to email. So have your weapons already, man. Don't be like a warrior never makes his shield on the battlefield. If you on the battlefield, you trying to make your shield, it's already too late, man. You're barbecue. This is real. You know. So have your documents if they filed. Have the PDF of them already on your on your OneDrive or your Google Drive. Just have everything you need. Have that treaty. You know. Have everything dealing with the 14th Amendment, the bankruptcy, the democracy, the enslavement of the birth certificate, the Steve King record, man, June 23rd, 2010. Y'all know I got all that shit for you in the OneDrive. Okay? Hey, what's up, brother? Peace and love, our king. You know, so you have your shit. Don't wait till the last minute, man. You know, don't be trying to pull your hammer out and your shit ain't even loaded. You see what I'm saying? So, a lot of these people. Hey, peace of love, cat. Ashe. A lot of these people, man, I finna get their asses caught slipping. I'm telling you. A lot of motherfuckers, man, when I was on Facebook, I got tired, man, of dealing with them ignorant motherfuckers, man. Because now, everything was ha ha he he. Now it ain't ha ha he he no more. Ain't shit funny. You see what I'm saying? Damu, what's up, family? You know how we do it. So it's like this, man. Look, what we're doing is we already building the art. Hey, I say, Sabir, we already building the art. We're getting all the blood right airs, because what's going to make a difference this day and time is if you are coming as a group. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hear all this talk about the Republic coming back online. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I think the shit is too infiltrated and it's too compromised, man. Real talk. It's too infiltrated. It's too compromised. Number one, you got motherfuckers out there like Anna Von Reitz talking about, you know, the real Americans to the land. Motherfucker, you cannot date yourself back past 1492. So stop. The furthest you Europeans can go back is to a usufruct. That's it. Stop lying. Stop lying. And then you got these neo-mongoloid phenotypes on the reservations, you know, trying to displace us. Motherfucker, you can't even go back to the pygmy skulls. And it's already shown that they were prognostic and either negrito or negrios. Go do your homework. Go do your homework. Coming out of Oceania, or either with the land they call Tameri, which is misnomered as Africa. So go do your homework. Go do your homework. And going back and forth for at least hundreds of thousands of years in the Pacific and 130,000 years in the Atlantic. So the only people right now who are in their proper status, the Paleo-American autochthonous aborigine, is those, man, who have gone through what Brother Tyrone Lewis Cannon and myself, man, had established for y'all back in 2014. The way shit is getting ready to go now, man, it is the total takeover of the corporatocracy. It is too many people. It is too many damn people right now who are asleep and still screaming democracy. You see what I'm saying? Still screaming democracy. As long as these people are screaming democracy, we are drastically outnumbered. The ignorance is insurmountable. It don't even matter how many of us are in the right. We may have 100,000 people against 329 million that's screaming democracy. The communist media will make us seem crazy when we in the right and make them seem right when they the ones that's crazy. So the only thing we really have is we're going to have to come together, y'all, regardless of our differences, you know, regardless of whatever. If you are blood right there, you already know what it is. Fuck with me, get with me. We trying to get this census. You know, if you finish the steps, get in touch with brother Antoine J. Poole Bay or Kadeem Hananiah Mishael Bay. Get in touch with them, brother, so we can get you registered because we already got everything else in place. We just need the numbers. That's it. Those who have improper persona, their status, dealing with you sanguinis, the law of blood. So we need the numbers and we need to move as a unit, not an individual, not separate, but as a unit. That's why the census is so important. Because once I take it to these people and they see we have a list of bloodline heirs, they already know who I am, man. That's why they ain't said shit about the bank. I'm the first one and the only one with the perfected claim. Now I'm opening it up to what they call co-heirs. Go read the maximum law of what it says about co-heirs. Several co-heirs make a body. When we go to these people, now they have to return our estate back to us. Why? Because there's an official lineage to the American Aborigine. Not the Native American, not the Indian, not the Mongoloid, but the first in time, first in line, pygmy skulls, 40,000 years ago, topper site, 51,300 years ago, and so on and so forth. We've returned, and we are organizing. Now under international law, they have to respect that. One person shouting in the wilderness is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. So this is where we at, man. If you haven't got your silver, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. I probably see maybe by October or November, possibly. I don't know. Could be the end of this year. October of November, they're going to price you out of the process. We are looking at maybe another 2008 run like that happened. 2008, by the time 2011 hit, silver was like $50, $55 an ounce. So you talking about 24 ounces multiplied by 55, and that was the spot price. That wasn't the premium. That was the spot. So the premium could easily be, man, about 60 times 24, you do the math. They're going to price those people up out of that shit. And you got to have it, man, to have lawful consideration for any contract. Contract without consideration, finito, is done. It's no good. So this is why I've been telling y'all since 2012, man, get your shit. Get your shit. Yes, level up. You better buy it now. Y'all better quit fucking around, man, because they're going to price y'all out of that shit. Ain't nothing I'll be able to do. The Grand Vizier, he runs the bank now. He runs it. I signed it over to him. I'm a beneficiary, grantor. He runs it. He runs a tight ship. He doesn't make concessions. He's ex-military like me. So if you sit up there, you got motherfuckers that run out and buy Jordans. You got motherfuckers that run out there and buy what they call it, Hundun and their Sticky Icky and all this other shit, man. That Nifty 50. If you can afford all that shit, man, you better start putting something towards your freedom. Don't try to run over here, man, when the shit hits the fan, and then you be like, well, man, man, can y'all help? Nah, motherfucker, we been telling you. We told you this shit. We told you this day was coming. I know for a fact I've been telling people this shit since 2012, before I even hit Facebook, and before I even hit Facebook since 2008, 2009, to get your damn house in order. So, Apmex, SD Bullion, JM Bullion, Provident. If you want a list, go into OneDrive, go in the monetary metals folder, and I have a list of those who I deal with in there. And there's some other ones. I have a list of the top 10 bullion sellers in there. So this is where we at, y'all. You know, I've been busy. A lot of people have been flooding in. I've been trying to get to this last bond that I'm putting behind the bank, but man, so many people rolling in, man. And once I do get that, I already got them already nailed down. It's done. But It's time for us to make our exodus, y'all. It's time for us to make our exodus. And we're doing it under the numbers. We're doing it under blood. We're doing it under nationality. And we're doing it under solvency. We got everything. There's nothing they can do to stop us. We got all the documents, man. We got all the inaugural addresses of FDR where he sold the republic out and threw it under the bus. We got all the case laws from 1940 when they first mentioned democracy and hijacked all the people and threw them under democracy, according to the Supreme Court. We got all that shit. We got the cases prior to that talking about the republic. We got the Thorkelson records. We got the bankruptcy record. We got it all. We got all that shit. So there's nothing they can do. The ones they finna run that game on is the people, man, who are not prepared, who are ill prepared. And I'm telling you right now, proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. So yes, our king, he deals with carrot bars. Get with that brother too. Get with him. Uh Study hard. Study hard. Study as if your life depended on it. Okay? Study as if your life depended on it. Uh, I will be able to, me and the Grand Vizier, once I put this last thing in, the way it's set up, we're going to have the beneficiaries, man. He has the machine for the beneficiary cards. So the cards are going to be printed off between him and African American Clan of Moors in Texas. Right now, I haven't gotten any word on the database just yet. But money on the wood, that's right. I haven't gotten any word on the database. Last I heard, it was being put together for our QR codes. Uh, I'm not sure where we are with it right now, but I do know we have the text. I think we're probably pretty soon we'll be in this testing phase. But I'll be able to take the security agreement, and if anything happens to one of the blood right heirs, we'll be able to go and get that person because we already hold the liens over all court cases, past, present, and future, everything. So we'll be able to enforce our interests in the property of the trust, birth certificates, socials, all of that stuff. Go and read it, man. In order to be effective and powerful, you're gonna have to study this shit. There ain't no shortcuts in this, man. You know, a lot of people they TV junkies, man. They TV junkies. They like movies and anything but reading. You know, well, guess what? Your life, man, depends on it now. The shit is boiling down to the wire. And game time is over. Playtime's over. So now you better know what the hell you're doing. You better know what you signed up for. And you better be proficient. You know, you better be proficient in knowing this shit. Yeah, Sabir, the doors will be closing soon. I'm not gonna mention any names, but there has been there's been quite a few people that want me to privatize the drive. They want me to take the drive private, and the reason being is because of they see a lot of ungrateful people on social media taking shit. They knowing where they getting it from, and they's like, you know, okay, you motherfuckers don't want to pay respects. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have them shut it down. So it's a lot of things, man. These is what people are bringing to me. You know, uh, and I mean, like I said, I put that out there for y'all. But a lot of people, man, haven't done the work I've done. They haven't done the due diligence or the research I've done. And I tell any motherfucker, you want to see my works? Go to the court records. You can tell the works of him. You can tell a man by the works of his hands. You know, and everything's public record. So, where we at right now? Uh, we're gonna be up and rolling for maybe a few more months, but pretty soon, y'all got to know we will be closing it down because we have to move, man. The ship has to set sail. Once we get this census out and get it recorded, then after that it's time to move. We're trying to get some things automated, uh, that'll make the process, a little bit more efficient, a little bit less manpower. Uh, but right now, that's in the works as well. So uh, that's pretty much all I want to say. I'm gonna see what y'all saying on some of this stuff here. Can y'all still hear me? Yeah, I talked to Asir. I talked to Asir. He has the Sultanate. He's doing this thing. Uh, Basically, you got to understand that what we do over here is somewhat different than what he does. They're more geared towards use Soli, the law of soil, dealing with the imperial age. I'm more man dealing with the uh, the early Holocene and the Pleistocene establishment of who we are, man, in the Americas. So, and we're talking about, the Australoids, the Orangosle, the Malay, the Atas, the the Formosans, the Papuans, the Cook Islanders, the ancient Oceanians, Austronesians, who came over here and colonized, and we carry, and I'm talking about years ago, Melanesians, we carry their genetic signature in our blood, as well as the San and the Twa people who are also over here as well. The Mumadia, as they call them. He comes in, from the imperial aspect, which both are important because it establishes the law of blood and the law of soil prior to European colonization, long before European colonization, you know. So if you know any of our people, man, you melanated people who are caught up in that Anavan Reach sheet and all that other shit, man, tell them, man, that's not the way to go. Whatever they got going on with the United States, that is not our plight. That is not our fight. Okay? That's the crown versus their subjects. That has nothing to do with us, you know. So let me see what else. Okay. Seven Silver, peace and love. So let me see what else. The dead clock and some of the numbers decreasing. A lot of people talk about Nasara and Gisara and all that. Man, let me tell you something, man. If you see, if you saw my post today on Twitter, it talked about substantiation of claim and proof of claim. Okay? And these people making these claims, where's your proof? Where is your proof? I mean, concrete, substantiated proof. Am I saying Gasara and Nasara don't exist? No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. But for me to get behind something, I have to have established proof. You know, show me that this thing exists. Because right now, we don't know who's who and what's what. People are putting all types of shit out here saying it is what it is and all of that. We finding out these people are agents and all this other shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole Morris Consular Court or whatever that is in the Shalimar Bay and Sharon Tracy Gale and who else? All these other folks, man, making all these damn claims. Where is the proof? Show me the proof. Show me substantiation. Other than that, it's an urban legend. Sounds good, but the shit is an urban legend. So the reason why it's running backwards, possibly it could be Donald Trump did something dealing with the Federal Reserve. Now, there was talk that he brought the Federal Reserve underneath the Treasury. I haven't seen truth of that or proof of that. It could be. But you also have to remember Fraud. Fraud vitiates all forms of contract and makes it void ab initio. So whatever contract had established those monetary obligations that we now see running backwards, if there was fraud discovered in the contract that created their obligation, fraud begins at the moment of discovery and it nullifies the contract. And anything begotten by fraud must be returned. So that's a reason that it could be running backwards. This Nasara and Gesara, show me. I ain't seen it. You know. Let me see what else y'all talking about. Muzi Ali, the thought provoker. I sent you the contract, brother. What contract is that, Muzia? What contract is that, brother? Let me know. Jazz phone, when you say you with the full agreement. The reason I left it public was because, man, of my heart, but a lot of people are coming to me now telling me shut it down. You know, because you got a lot of vultures out there saying shut it down. So after the census, I may do that. I don't know yet. I'm still just undecided. But I got a lot of my people that's wanting me to do that. You know. Uh okay. I'm looking. I'm glad you guys can hear me, man. You know, there's not too many hiccups with this thing. Uh, I like this. I can sit right here in the living room and talk to you guys. Okay. But yeah, man. This is where we at. Uh, the beautiful part about it. Hey, brother Aj, how you doing? The master helmsman. Yeah, the Grand Vizier says he's going to contact you, man. I told him about your helmsman skills, your Lieutenant Sulu and Ensign Chekhov skills. So he said y'all two need to talk. Uh, what I will be able to do, it'll still be set up like that, brother Trey, but it's just going to be private. It'll be private. You'll still be able to do that, and the passwords will go out. So right now, like I said, it's up in the air. It's not a priority right now. I got too much other stuff that I'm trying to finish up. So it's not a priority. Y'all don't have to worry about that right now. Don't even worry y'all heads about that. Okay? But yes, get with brother Antoine J. Poole Bay. Uh Go to, if you're subscribed to my channel, go to the community page where it say community and scroll down the dates and you'll see something about that because I posted it a while back. Yeah. Yeah, they are, brother Sabir. There's a reason. They've been on me a while about that. Hey, brother Chief Mikael. Peace and love, brother. Peace from Arkansas to the islands. So yeah. Yeah, little brother Del Ricas. If you can prove the fraud and child support, yes, you can sue them. You're right there in Atlanta, man. You're gonna have to go to that archives and pull some records. But yes, you can. Yes, you can sue them. We'll link up. We'll link up a little bit later on that, man. Just give me a call. We'll talk further on that. Hey, peace, BB. How you doing? Good to see you. Peace and love, Sacred Grove. So where we at, y'all? What questions do y'all have? Let me know. Right now I'm about 30 minutes in. I'm not gonna peace and love, Will. Tennessee, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Right next door. Did you email him? Kenya Hatchett. Did you email him? Cause he pretty much gets back with everybody. But you have to keep in mind, he works. The man works, and he's a student, and he also is a canine judge, championship canine judge. So make sure you send it to the correct email. Send me an email, Kenya, ObaShango at msn.com. You can go to my website, ObaShango-El.com, and email me from there, and I'll forward it to him. You said the temple is closed? That I don't know. I don't keep up with the temple politics, brother. Yep. Just going down through here. Yashir Bellman Bay. Pox at the mortar right there. Okay. Uh you're welcome, Inner Beauty. Thank you for your appreciation. Uh which one you talking about, Nasir? Tornadoes L, go to obashangoel.com and click on the red link below my picture. Get the two PDFs. Yes, that's Brother Sabir. That's the reason why we're trying to hurry up and finish up this census. Because this census is going to allow us to bypass a lot of that shit. Indigenous people cannot be subject to forced assimilation. Then mandatory vaccines is forced assimilation. Akeem El, yes. What the elders are going to have to be willing to do is sign over a power of attorney to you. If you are proficient enough to handle that, they can do that. They can sign over a power of attorney. You take over their affairs. But make sure you're proficient with it. Hey, Brother Fields, Ashe, man, what's going on, family? Get the silver now. Me, myself, I. That's the only thing that fluctuates. The documents pretty much stay the same. Yeah, Rhode Island. Yeah. What about them, bro? Refresh my memory, Brother Nasir. That's good, Brother Ronell. They need to be waking up. Time is short, man. Brother Archie, peace and love. Ashe, fam. Gratitude, Brother Brielle. I mean, I have some brothers who are in the temple that I really truly, man, got much love for, man. Brother Heru Ranisiel and uh what's my more name up in New York, man? Uh Brother Billy Denimel. Those are some excellent Moors, good Moors. I learned a lot from Brother Heru Ranisiel because I came from the Black Indian perspective from my great grandmother and great great grandmother's teachings. He the one that actually, when I got back from the States, when I heard it when I was down in Dominican Republic about us being Moors. When I got back and started doing my due diligence on what the young lady had told me, Dominican Republic, he actually helped shed some light on that. Brother Henry Rodney CL did in Atlanta, and brother Billy Denimel, man, he's just a good Moor all the way around, man. Very spiritual, very metaphysical, and he speaks from the heart. When he talks, I feel him. I feel exactly what he's saying, you know. So those are some very good Moors. You ever get a chance, check out some of their YouTubes. Right, showing arms. You know, brother Nasir, it's like this, man. A lot of people they don't internalize what Noble Drew Ali said, man. You know what I'm saying? By you doing that, showing arms on the video and all of that stuff, man, keep your shit tucked, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, real G's, if you from the streets, you already know the old saying go, real G's move in silence. We gotta let these folks know what the hell you got. You know what I'm saying? The element of surprise, man, is always golden in case you have to go that way to defend yourself. But, man, you know what? Hey, do him. He can do him, you know. Let me see. Catch up with some more of these. As far as your children, you'll be back in a position by which you can have, man, the right of claim to them and lawful claim to them. As it stands right now, just a guardian wardship. But you got to come out of that status so you can own property once again. You can get your lawful rights back to your children. But before you do that, man, work on finishing up. Don't put the cart before the horse. A lot of y'all be putting the cart before the horse. I got to say this shit. A lot of y'all be putting the cart before the horse. Y'all be asking me shit that's way down the line, and man, you ain't even cleared the first hurdle. You can't ask about nothing dealing with rights until you get in a position to have rights. Once you get in a position to have rights, then you can talk about rights. I've gone over this before. Rights, you look it up in the dictionary, it is a noun. Rights are things. If they are things, that means the subject of ownership, who owns them, can be brought up and discussed about rights. Another thing that a lot of people be doing. Y'all not reading your instructions. Y'all are not reading your instructions on your silver bond, as far as the emails I send you, and you're not reading your instructions in the steps for the 11 steps. Y'all ask, well, man, does the governor and the president, do they all get the proclamation? No, that is not what that says. It tells you the governor gets the proclamation. The president gets the dissent. The governor gets the dissent. Secretary General gets the dissent. All three of them get the notice of autochthonous status. Go back in there and read it. Another thing, can I file my UCC now they got it? No. It tells you that's the last thing. You got to make the record first after the contract is cured. Let me tell you something. Do not be sliding your eyes. Do not be sliding your eyeballs across words. That's not reading. That is not reading. Slowly digesting, internalizing what you are reading and comprehending it. That is reading. Okay? Take your time. So there'll be no errors or mistakes. What is it? Why you file a UCC 1103. Do you know what 1103 is, Marie? Go and look it up. If you're dealing with the democracy, you better use it. Palladium is fine, uh, brother Seven Silver, but let me tell you about silver. Silver is the number two. It is the second most used commodity on the planet, next to petroleum. Not only that, a lot of silver is lost in processes, computers, medicine, a lot of things. So we've already pretty much hit peak silver. After a while, once it starts to decline, but the need for it is still there, the shit's gonna, man, it's gonna go to this. Shit's gonna go to Mars. Okay. Palladium is pretty much hinged on the automotive industry. I heard they recently got some new interest dealing with cancer industry, medicine. I haven't heard too much about that, but palladium and rhodium and platinum, they're industrial metals that are pretty much hinged on the automotive industry. I think platinum is either gasoline powered engines, and palladium I think is diesel powered engines, or one or the other. I can't remember. But what's going to happen when they go to electric vehicles? No more internal combustion engines. You're still going to need silver. It is the number one used metal in electronics. It has the highest thermal conductivity and electrical conductivity of any metal. Gold is nowhere even near it. It's like third or fourth down the list. So you're still going to need it. Jabril, good seeing you too, brother. Ashe. That's right, Nasir. Reading is overstanding. Shinobi L, where can we get more info on what you have set up that Moors will be registering into? You can go to my website, ObaShango-El.com. You can scroll all the way to the bottom. Go to the bottom till you can't scroll any further, and go to the right. You're going to see gold, silver, copper bonded and secured. Click on bonded and secured. The link is there. And documents 30, 31, 32. Do we need travel cards? Kimberly Kim. Yeah, it's going back to papers. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this. I don't deal in a politics. I'm not a Democrat, a Republican. I ain't none of that shit. I'm an American aborigine. You know what I'm saying? But I do watch what goes on in that arena. Trump did a lot of things for the so-called African American, regardless of people saying he was racist. But I'm going to tell you this. The Democrats are the ones that threw everybody into international bankruptcy slavery, chattel slavery. Franklin D. Roosevelt, FDR, was a Democrat. Woodrow Wilson was a Democrat. The South, in the history of prisoners of war and slaves, because you had Europeans on these reservations, not reservations, but plantations too. All you gotta do is go get the book, Forgotten Cause of the Civil War, and you find out, Caucasians were slaves too, in the South. The Democrats. So as you see, they have a notorious history of some form of chattel bondage. If another Dem get in there, and I'm not playing politics, that's the reason why I go so hard on this blood lineage. But if another Dem gets in there, it's going to be hell to tell the captain. because they have the history of bringing in the Federal Reserve. They have a history of the bankruptcy, and they have a history of the democracy. So their whole system is a socialist communistic regime under admiralty and enforced by the point of the gun, not of law, because there is no foundation by which the democracy is standing on. Their shit is by the rule of the gun, okay? And let me tell you something else. This is for you motherfuckers out there talking that public and private shit. You really need to shut the fuck up, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? Let me tell you what true public and private is. In order to be public and private, you have to have a lawful form of government, okay? Congress, when they would legislate the law, and the president would sign it into law, and it becomes what's known as the statutes of large. You understand what I'm saying? That is for the better governance and maintenance of society at whole, which was known as the public. Private was if you and I had a contract that had nothing to do with the statutes or anything on the books. That's private. The only time it would become public is if I sold you some bad merchandise, you sold me some bad merchandise. Hey man, you sold me this horse. It's gilded. Something is wrong with it. You follow what I'm saying? Oh no, man, there's nothing wrong with that horse. We get the argument, so we take it to court. Now we've taken it into their public venue. That's when it became public. The democracy is not public. It has no fucking constitution. I don't know what you people don't understand and get about that shit. That shit is no different than McDonald's or Mickey D's. It's just that people, man, have subjugated themselves to it due to ignorance and not reading and fucking studying. So cut that public and private shit out. You call it what it is. It's the democracy. Public and private only deals with the republic. Learn your fucking civics. All right, I had to get that off my chest, y'all. Excuse me. Got tired of the ignorance, man. So damn insurmountable these days. Brother Sabir, Brother Antoine J. Poole Bay, they have the machine for a card that goes with your paperwork. So you can get with him. Once you get everything filed, let me know, and I'll get you in the group, and I'll put you in touch with him, because he's one of the registries as well. Marie B, burning ancestor money. That shit works. That shit works. Ancestor money works. It really does. If y'all want to go off into a little bit of occult information, y'all already know, man. I've been practicing that well over 20-something years. 5 generations in my family. I'm telling you now, get on the hotline with the ancestors. Have them on speed dial, because we're going to need them. We're going to need them, man. We're going to need them. So get your rituals, get your altars, get your shrines, get your ebos, get your tutus, get all of that stuff, man. You're going to need it. Real talk. Ancestor money works. Yes, it works. And I'm going to tell you what else works. Get you some purified quartz crystal. Get you some lemon juice. Get you a cap full of bleach. And get you some hematite. And you could take a spiritual bath and draw all that negative energy up out of you and let it go into the crystal. Then what you do is you go outside in the back. If you got a tree, dig a small hole and bury it for 7 days. You're going to find out the dirt is going to do some funny looking shit. It's going to bead up like magnets. After 7 days, the energy's pulled out and you can take it. It gets any negativity off of you. I don't know about the IDs by RV Bay. Uh, the reason why I say ours is because how we're set up. Everything is by the public record. We have Moors that's been using AIDs at work, uh, wherever ID is required. Their shit is good, and it's basically because the ID is backed by the public record. Ajamnees, have you finished? Hold on. You got to be finished, y'all. Anybody want to be added to the group? You have to be finished. Yeah, pour libation every morning. That's fine. Hey, pal. Hey, to peace and love. Yep, get your veves. You right, cousin Stacy. Get your veves. Woolen webs of beauty. The three that we recommend are the three that our geneticists, man, have been using for years. That's where we read the results from. If you sitting around waiting, guess what? We're not going to wait for you. So what we give you there, that's what we suggest. You know, as it stands right now, y'all can sit around and wait. But best believe you me, this damn door is finna shut soon. So, I don't know what else to tell you. I'll tell you this. Will I touch on the accuracy of the recommended companies? I went through 23andMe, okay? First one to do it. My half brother did it. My father did it. My auntie did it. My cousin did it. My sister did it, okay? And guess what? We didn't say anything about fucking relations. The DNA told us who we were in relation to each other in the database. Okay? So, explain that. If you worried about DNA, if you've been to a dentist, if you were born in a hospital, if you ever given blood, if you ever had any children, and you're a woman, you've been to the military, you've been to the prison, they already got your shit. If you ever spit on the ground, and they was lucky enough to capture it before the DNA became contaminated, they got you. Y'all, come on, man, get out the damn spookism. It doesn't matter to me. Like I said, we got to go. Those that have been following me for years, they know, hey, man, hey, don't leave me. I'm right behind you. So y'all get your house in order. Something I can tell you. Much love and appreciation too, brother Nasir. Thank you, fam. Cousin, you a trip. Y'all don't get him upset so we can get this knowledge. Come on, man, cousin. You know they gonna get the knowledge. You a mess. Love you, cousin. Yes, The Wandering Sage. They have priced that book out of range. It was like $19 or $29. They priced it out of range purposely, like they did Prince Uriel Bay's books right after I did a video on them that one night. Priced it out of range. They did this shit purposely. So here's the thing, man. Y'all are going to have to stop letting these people speak for your estate, you blood right heirs. When y'all see these Anna Von Reeds and all these other people, check their asses. Ask them, who are you in relation to the pygmy skulls and the topper site? That's what I need to know in regards to this land. You check their asses. Because guess what? If they open their mouth on some fucking urban legend spookism shit, guess what? They can kick rocks with that bullshit. Because two top geneticists, Dr. Keith Chang and Dr. Luigi Luca Cavalli Sforza, say their asses don't even go back no further than 10,000 years at best. At best. Same with the Mongoloid, the Asian. They don't go back no further than 10,000 years. The Pale Asian. The Pale Asian goes back no further than 10,000 years. Okay? And that's these people you're looking at on the reservations. And prior to that, the skull shape, man, the brachycephalic skull shape is recent as hell too. It's like around about 10,000 years because you got dolichocephalic, mesocephalic, and brachycephalic. Brachycephalic is the youngest. Anna Von Reitz is a fraud, and you can tell her I said it. She got a beef with it. She know where to find me, man. She's a fucking fraud. You can't speak for shit past 1492. I can. And got the blood to prove it. I got the motherfucking money on the wood. I done made the bet good. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. I love you too, cousin. Does blood ties nullify the need for a national ID card? And so can a copy of proclamation, etc., serve as verification of ties to the land? All right, Marie B., I see you have not read the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. I see you have not read the Organization of American States, American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Those documents you need to familiarize yourself with. Let me explain to you how this works. The UN, the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, is fully supported and has written in it the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. The UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples has written in it the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. The United Nations Declaration of Human Rights is written in the UN Charter Treaty of 1945, United States Statutes at Large, 59, Stat 1031 through 1218, specifically pages 1045 or Stat 1045 through page 1046, Stat 1046, Articles 55A through C and 56. It talks about human rights in there. So you have to familiarize yourself with these documents so when you do come with this card, it's already substantiated and attached to a treaty. The treaty, according to Article 6 of the Constitution, is the supreme law of the land. Article 6 of the Constitution, the written Constitution of 1787. Go and look it up. I got it in the OneDrive. That's right. Are but hybrids at best. That's right. Effie. That's good. SGL EWIS 42. Stay in that drive, man. I'm gonna try to keep it as open as possible, but my people are putting pressure on me, man, because they've seen a lot of things on Facebook that they don't like, and they know where that shit is coming from. They know who's the source of the information. So I just hate that. I don't want innocent people to pay for the shit that dirty motherfuckers do. Yeah, Ronell, fat meat is greasy. Real talk. The nations must strive to maintain peace. Peace can only be obtained when we're living in truth. If there's a lie or fraud or falsehood in there, sooner or later, man, it's going to be war. And this is what they've been doing. They've been living a lie. They've been saying that they are Americans. You cannot be an American. It's the copper-colored people. You understand what I'm saying? Now it fraudulently applies to them. But guess what? As far as if we even go back to the earliest aspects of Lee, let me walk back in history dealing with Lee. Ancient Kemet was over here, the Tamarians. If you want to be real about it, the land was known as Tamerica. Tamerica. They have it on old maps. For real. All right? Which is America or Amaruka. But the Egyptians called it Tamerica. Okay? In order to get, for a European to get to the first position of Lee, they would have to show records that supersede Tamari or Kemet being over here. Then they have to show records that supersede Hanno, the navigator, being over here. The Bornstone, Kamasa Kumkani, Cape Cod Bay, Massachusetts. So already out the box, automatically, That kills any position or hope for them ever having, man, lawful de jure use soli. The most that they can achieve is a usufructuary. That's it. And that's what the empire granted them. You can use the land, agriculture, all of this type stuff, but you don't tear it up and you don't destroy it. Make your money. Pay the empire. Then the empire was supposed to pay the beneficiaries. The beneficiaries being who? The blood bright heirs underneath you sanguiners. That's how it was supposed to go. Now, let's keep it 100. The empire fucked up, and the European fucked up as well. And the one who mostly got shafted was the American Aborigine Moor. So, right now, and if you ask my opinion, I think the empire it was already in decline. So even though it's kind of like you let these people in your house and your house got overrun, and you didn't have the might to really enforce the trusteeship of it. So now we got to do what we can, man. And right now, like I said, blood is the best way to come back into that status. Then after that blood, it goes to nationality. Then it goes to solvency. That's right, Jazz Phone. You're correct. Yeah, they get hot, but it's the truth, Brother Atkinson Bay. It's the facts. Y'all followed me long enough. Y'all seen them pygmy skulls. Them is, excuse my language for lack of a better term, but those are Negro faces, Negro heads. Yeah, they get upset, but it's facts. We not saying that, man, to hurt their feelings. For me to give you something that you're not is a disrespect and a slap in the face to who I am and where I come from. No. If anything, I'd make up a word. You are a usufructuarian. You are a usufructuarian. Or you are a usufructarian of the United States. You are a usufructarian of the United States. Facts. It's just what it is. 86 of the mixer. Yeah, you can. There's a lot of people on here who have gone through the process, you know, so just feel free to reach out, man. There's a lot of people. Now, Ronell, that's actually 51,300 years ago in South Carolina. Not 40. 40 is in Holliston Mills, Eastern Tennessee, the Pygmy Skulls. That's 40. Yeah, they are usufructarians of the United States. Carmen Perez, how you doing? Let me tell you something. Melanin, melanin is the funny thing. So because they may be pale skinned, we don't know what the chromosomal makeup say. We don't know what the autosomal say. So let's see what the autosomes say. Don't be discouraged or put off because they may be fair skinned. I had my daddy's sister, my auntie. She's 75, and she corrected her status. She is very, very, very fair skinned. My Aunt Jan, she is. And the same mother, same father. So, melanin is a funny thing, man. It's a funny thing. What are my great grandparents? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are they, Brother Kasir? Nobody does blood. It's only saliva. woolen webs. It's only saliva. The reason why I say blood is it's not literally blood. It goes by saliva. But your DNA is it makes up every aspect of you. The saliva, your blood. That's what they can't go by. I mean, they can't defeat that. Oh, you talking about Carmen Perez? What's her grandparents? Okay. You spit in the tube. Spit in the tube, Woolen Webs. This is one of them nights, Mo, and you're one, babe. I'm about to roll one like Tootsie. Oh man, y'all trip, man. Yeah. Uh Wiz. Yeah, it's real. A lot of these golf courses, a lot of these private, exclusive golf courses and things of that nature, our ancestors are buried under there. Military bases, same thing. Football stadiums, baseball stadiums, same thing. They did this shit purposely, man. They did this shit purposely. Rose, yes, you still should invest in silver. Well, as long as they kept the agreement, Washita, man, the use of fruct would have been good. But what they did was they broke the contract. They broke the contract. They broke the contract when they denationalized the Paleo American autochthonous Aborigine Moor and started, man, running slave raids and stuff on our villages and townships and doing just like 12 years a slave. You follow what I'm saying? Selling us from North America to South America, South America to North America, and lying to the Sultanate. You see what I'm saying? They broke the contract. The contract was Article 16 of the treaty. We wasn't at war with them, but they went to war with us when they started doing that shit. Yes, even Westbrook. Yes, North Carolina is Tuscarora territory. That is correct. Yes, woolen webs. Blood is presumed to be synonymous with saliva. Yes. No, what it tells is your mitochondrial, even high vibin L, it tells if you are a woman, it tells your mitochondrial and it tells your autosomal. If you are a man, it tells your mitochondrial, it tells your autosomal, and it tells your Y. The autosomal is what we're looking for because 88 to 91% of us, what we have found out, carry Austronesian ancestry, man. And not only that, when we go in and look at the portion that's been misnomered as sub-Saharan, there are no matches. We have all the white papers showing that haplogroup L1C, mitochondrial DNA haplogroup L1C, has a split from its African counterpart that's over 60,000 years old. And during short tandem repeats, it shows no matches with continental Africans. Few show any matches with continental Africans. At least 33 to 40% of us who come out of that group show no matches. That means we've already been over here. Not only that, we have a dentist. If you go and look up what's called shovel teeth, it's a trait that's found heavy amongst the Mongoloid coming out of Asia. Rarely seen, if any, in Africa. Well, guess what? The Igbo people carry a high rate of shovel teeth, showing that, guess what? They migrated from somewhere else and settled there in Africa. Irregardless of what these people are telling you, a lot of those people, man, are transplants and migrants within the last 10 to 12,000 years in Africa. Even the Yoruba will tell you their oral tradition, they came out of the Arabian Peninsula. And they have also a Pataki, or oral history talking about they came out of Atlantis. Some of them came out of Atlantis. And the Igbo have some of these stories too. So, yes, the Albert Perry gene. Yes, that is correct. Because it goes by high vibinil, it goes by what they found in the ground here and who carries those ancestry autosomal markers today. You understand what I'm saying? And we know for a fact, if you go and study the works of Dr. Keith Chang, University of Pitt, geneticist, Pitt University, geneticist, and Dr. Luigi Luca Cavalli Sforza, top geneticist, Professor Emeritus at Stanford University. They're master geneticists, and they will tell you that these lighter races, or quote unquote, for a better word, lighter races, they're recent. They are very recent. Not only that, the brachycephalic skull type is very recent. Mesocephalic and dolichocephalic is older. So that in prognatism runs high in people that look like us. So when they dig into the ground and they see these skulls and they're able to date them according to various methods of dating, carbon 14, potassium argon, uranium thorium, uh, zirconium. There's quite a few methods of dating. I can't remember right off the top of my head. They can tell you according to the age of the genetics and the mutational rate that's found in the DNA through single nucleotide polymorphisms and the shape of the skull or the morphology, who this person was in the ground. Exactly, inner beauty. Correct. Your body is congealed in structured blood, including saliva, hair. Exactly. That's right, Jazz Phone. Y'all help me out. Some of y'all been rolling with me for years. School some of these new folks, man. Tell them where to go. Go to the OneDrive and read about how rule of evidence of blood rights is all through the Bible, and this is what you're gonna need to know. That's right. Rules of evidence. Uh Ikahuel, that can happen. As far as what is your view on formation of one governmental structure from the different Moorish groups under the empire flag? Well, uh, it can happen. The thing about it is, man, our people are not ready for it, man. Let me tell you something, man. Me and the Grand Vizier, we have this talk quite often, okay? And the thing about it is, now I love my people, but I do know that a lot of them have an inherently evil streak. And we cannot fool ourselves about that. You know, there are no there shouldn't be no big eyes and little U's. In the group, I mean, people call me chief. I never elected to be chief. To be honest with you, man, I hate fucking positions of leadership. You know why? Because you're ultimately responsible for your people. Me, I like trying to get everybody as equal in understanding as me as this thing. So guess what? Ain't no big eyes and ain't no little U's. We're all ants. We're all ants working towards our colony, man, so we can all be successful. A lot of our people, man, are drunk with the desire of wanting to be a leader. And that is the reason why it won't work. If you study what I've done, I got a Grand Vizier who's over the bank. You know, I was good at understanding the common law and putting documents together. but he had actual experience working in private banking and international finance. He has a background in that. I've never worked in that. So therefore, I knew where my weaknesses were. And I wasn't ashamed to admit that, hey, I've taken what I've created as far as I could go. So therefore, I have to let someone else come in who has a background into where my vision sees where this can go, but I don't have the skills or the knowledge to take it there. You follow what I'm saying? And I fell back, and I'm still doing work for the people, even though they call me chief. And I don't ask nobody to call me that, you know. Uh, and what I did was I wanted to set up a beneficiary line. So guess what? Everybody's on the same playing field as me. We're all equal. That's my vision of the nation. There's no big eyes, no little U's. There's an administration who gets things done, and we're all equal. But I don't see it happening. Not in this time. We're too we're too tainted and corrupted by the Oyobo, man. Even if the Oyobo was to leave this land, guess what? War would break out tomorrow. You know why? Because we're infected with his spirit. And these are just the facts. No, I've never heard of them, Brother Eric. Mm-mm. I never heard of the first family of the code of the Quran. Mm-mm. Yep, you're right, cousin. Buried under national parks as well. Well, you know, Hot Springs is Manataka, also known as Tawanico, which was the first United Nations here. A lot of people don't know that, cousin. Right here in Arkansas was the first United Nations. They used to come from as far as South America, the West Coast, the Northwest, the Northeast, the East, the Southeast, the Southwest, and up north. And they used to meet in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Our ancestors did. And the place was considered so sacred. See, what y'all don't know about Arkansas, what I love this place, why I love it, damn near the whole state is built on quartz crystal. It's quartz crystal, man, run all through this damn state. It's built on a crystal grid. And the water comes out hot from the ground in Hot Springs. There's diamond mines down in the Crater of Diamonds in Murfreesboro, Arkansas. But back to Manataka, it was so sacred that you had to leave your weapons outside because it was a place of peace. And whatever differences the tribes may have with one another, they would go there and work it out. And if the men get to cutting the food, the mothers say, hey, get your shit. You get your ass on up out of here. Gone. You disturbing the peace. The mothers will put them out. And this is what I like to reestablish. Lashara, they would only be considered landmarks if we was able to get to our artifacts and stuff. Wow. Wow. I see that, Brother Lewis. Built the Titan Stadium over stone graves. Yes, stateless squatters, Washita. That is correct. Right now they are. That's their current status. That's right, Deshaun. Tamanan was the welcoming delegate, Shaka Maxson. He had no sultanate authority to sign a treaty with Penn, who was a vassal slave under Charles II. Interesting. The mothers are the ones who say what goes on the land. I don't know what the truth is behind the 501c3, Brother Wiz. Like I said, I don't deal with the temple business like that. You'll find me, man, hanging around closely, man, with the Queen Mother before she passed, dealing with her teachings, and my great grandmother in the ancient history, as it came all the way up to 1492, from the Age of Empires to when the European came over. After that, I know the rest of the history. I know it well, but I'm about, man, our blood and who we are. So I don't too much focus on, the temples or this group of Moors or that group of Moors, and I'm just looking for the blood heirs, man. I'm looking for the blood. That's all I'm looking for is the blood. So we can try to come together, man, get on this ark, and save ourselves, man, from what's coming. Maracaibo. Mm. That's interesting, Sacred Grove. Mm-hmm. Yep. Kasir Effie, you're right. Within the last 10, 12,000 years, many people from around the world populated what they call Africa today. There was, now, you can go look up what's called Iwo Eleru, man. Iwo Eleru. And you'll find out there was archaic humans living there. Wow. That's deep, Brother Sabir. All kinfolk ain't kinfolk, correct. Hey, Brother Poe, peace and love. Well, y'all, we're coming up on about an hour and a half. I'm gonna get ready to shut it down. It's I'm gonna do this again. I I don't want to promise because I may end up breaking that, but I'm gonna try my best to do another live here soon. I just had to pop up, man, and let y'all know what's going on, where we are, what you need to be working on. Please, people, study to know this stuff by memory. Write it on your heart. There may be a time you may not be able to get to your documents. Okay? Please, please, commit it to memory and the heart, because I don't know where this thing is going. Okay? I mean, I called it last year, but I can't see right now how deep down the rabbit hole this thing goes. Unless the ancestors come and show me something else. So, I will tell you this. I've seen this in a vision. There may end up being a large influx of Europeans here who have our markers. So, you can't dictate a birthright when it comes to blood. But there will have to be established some type of hierarchy and understanding when it comes to this land. You know, but just know and understand, man, that we have to be fair, but we have to be firm. Firm is, hey, we speak for the homeland first, and our mothers have top choice. You follow what I'm saying? Their word is law. The mother's word is law. And they have to understand that. Sister Brenula, you have to finish up first. You have to finish up first before you get on the census. Yes, the bank tiers. There, both tiers are beneficiary status. The second one deals the second one deals with investment status, and that means being able to use your credit understanding international commerce, because we're going to have to be the ones, if it's the Most High creator of the heavens and earth will, to restructure the earth again, making sure everybody gets fed, industry, all of that, clean air, clean water. You're going to have to be a master of commerce. That's tier 2. And there's a test for that. It is beautiful. Hot Springs is real beautiful. And you can feel the energy when you go there too. That water so damn good. Damn, that's some good water, man. Very good. Yeah, Zeno, the soil is real fertile. Very fertile. My my guard, my personal guard, he's a green thumb, man. He he grew me some tomatoes and some, I like peppers. I love hot peppers. Man, he grew me some peppers and some, well, he grew some peppers and some tomatoes. He gave me a big old sack of them. Man, them things was just so crunchy and juicy and sweet and full of alkalinity, man. The soil, and he grew it out in his front yard. And he stays in the city. Yes, the soil is very fertile. Yeah. Joe A from Texas? No, Marisacha. I don't know. I've heard about these vaults, but once again, Brother Eric, like I say, man, I go by proof. You know, seeing is, there's an old Latin saying, "Videre es credere." Seeing is believing. You know, so once we see these things, then we'll know. Because right now, there's so much talk out there, man. That's why I tell everybody, don't take my word for anything. Go in the drive and research it. All my resources are there. Karina, finish up. All of y'all asking me about this art, finish up, finish up, finish up. The first census is all pretty much getting wrapped up now. If it's the Most High creator of the heaven and earth's will, we want to try to do it quarterly. Yep. Well, y'all. Yep, Ouachita National Forest. Yep, you're right, Ouachita, man. You're absolutely correct. Well, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get off here. It's been an hour and a half. Uh, I got work I got to do tonight, so I'll be up late. But soon, 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 I won't have to worry about this too much anymore. Yep, we're getting everything administered, so we can get y'all taken care of. So, all right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming on. I'll try to be in touch again soon. I won't stay going away so long. And y'all take care. Have a restful evening. Study. Please study. And I'll see y'all again soon. All right. Peace and love, y'all. Ashe.